And I want to thank everyone, presenters and guests that we have on here for coming and chatting with us for about an hour and a half. We're super excited to be able to still have our resource festival. I know it looks a little different than previous years, but we felt like the information was still very important to get out to our community. So thank you all for jumping on. We'll start in about a minute. Okay, and then just so everyone knows, the first hour is going to be presentations with the vendors that we do have, and then the last 30 minutes is going to be a Q&A. So the way that's going to work, if you want to just put your questions in the chat box, the organization specifically you're asking a question for, and Cedar with St. Francis is actually going to field those questions so we can get those out to them. All right, awesome. Well, let's get on a roll. I'm Bree with St. Francis Neighborhood Center. Thank you all for coming. Like I said, it's our 15th annual resource fair. It looks a little different, but we're super excited to see all these faces and to still be able to do this. So Jane is going to be kind of like our IT extraordinaire today. She's going to mute you, and that's just so we are able to record this and have the presenter on the main screen. So we are going to get started with Veronica Crosby from the Cash Campaign of Maryland.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Veronica Crosby, and I'm with the Cash Campaign of Maryland. CASH standing for Creating Asset Savings and Hope, and we're a nonprofit here in Baltimore, Maryland. And our main focus and goal is helping everyone to save and to think about their financial future and well-being, as well as providing education classes as well. So all of our services that we have are free of charge. And our target population is mainly our moderate to low income families and individuals, but anyone can take part in the services that we offer. And so what we have is Earn Benefits. That is a financial tool that we use as a screening tool to see what benefits people are eligible for. So myself and one of my other colleagues at the Cash Campaign, we actually meet one-on-one with individuals. We go through a intake process and screening, and we screen for about over 20 different benefits. And so those benefits range anywhere from temporary cash assistance to medical assistance, as well as some tax programs as well that are by the state, such as our renter's tax credit program and our homeowner's tax credit program. We assist with the application process as well as we do the follow-up. So we help any of our clients that need it to navigate around maybe some of those barriers that may come up when it comes to accessing benefits. And that helps to, of course, save money in your household, because some of the things that you may be spending your money on at this point in time could be placed to the side and redirected elsewhere in your household if you were receiving some of those money-saving benefits. Our next service that we also offer, which we're well known for, is our free tax preparation service. And so as long as you did not make over $56,000 for the year, we can prepare both your federal and your state income tax for free. And that's for families as well as for individuals as well. Currently with COVID-19, we are doing these services virtually at this point in time. Unfortunately, our offices aren't open for us to meet face-to-face with our clients in a way that we normally would. So having said that, before I go any further about our other services, I just want to let everyone know that if you do want to access any of our services that we offer, you may go to our website, and our website is CASH, CASHMD, as in Maryland.org. So that's cashmd.org. Our other services that we offer as well is our financial coaching and planning. So if you have any financial goals that you're looking to meet, you can meet one-on-one with a trained and certified financial coach or planner, and you can work on those goals. So it can range anywhere from if you're looking to develop a budget for yourself or redefine your budget, or just if you're interested in trying to maybe pay off some debt at this point in time and you just need someone to help you or assist you with coming up with a plan to do so. But there are a multitude of different services. So whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish financially, they're there to assist you with. Also, last but not least, we have our free financial education classes. Those are currently being hosted online, and they range anywhere from home buying workshops, as well as Budget 101 to how to buy a used car and everything that falls in between. So you can always take advantage of those free classes that are online as well. And it's whatever your interests are. And again, if you go to our website at cashmd.org, you will be able to find all of that information. And now that we are in the month of August, I just want to put in a plug for our free tax preparation. We finished doing taxes officially July the 15th because that was the closeout of tax season 2019. But we also at Cash Campaign assist our clients with getting into compliance with the IRS by filing their back taxes. So we are able to go as far back as 3 years, and this would include 2019 because it is now officially considered a back tax. So sometime this month, I would say probably check back on our website next week. The link should be live. So if anyone is interested in the back tax preparation, you'll be able to click on that link and we'll be able to assist you with filing your tax or taxes for the years that you need. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Veronica and Cash Campaign of Maryland. Just really quickly for the ones that are just joining, please hold all questions until after all the presenters have gone. Once we do all the presentations, we will have a Q&A time and you can put it in the chat box, and Cedar with St. Francis is going to field those for us. So next we have William Drew with Wellness.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for providing the space and time for us today. Wish we could be having it in person, but I'm excited to have our first virtual resource fair with St. Francis, Reservoir Hill, and the Baltimore community. Try to cut to the chase for you because I got a lot to talk about, and some of the concepts might be abstract or even strange to some. My name's William. I am an integrative health therapist. What that means is I help clients with Eastern and Western health and wellness modalities to, through Swellness, become better than well. And what I really mean by that is assist them with a myriad of things, although my subspecialties include stress, anxiety, PTSD, sleep, and really just bridging better connections between our body, minds, and spirit. I do that with yoga and yoga therapy. I do that with hypnotherapy, which is what got me into everything. Also neuro-linguistic programming, neuro-linguistic psychology, and health and wellness coaching. I have a master's degree in health and wellness coaching. I'm getting my master's degree in yoga therapy, and I'm also certified in everything else that I've mentioned to you. So the clients that I work with, we can have arrangements, especially right now with COVID, where I might speak with them online like we're doing now. I even meet in public spaces here at Swellness HQ, or over the phone even. I've had success even with hypnotherapy with people who wanted to change up their diet over the phone. Now, the types of clients I work with, they could have a really simple thing, like they want to quit all added sugar from their diet, or just feel more balanced, healthy, relaxed. They could want to sleep better, or they could be working on bigger things such as having trauma relief, or they might have a chronic condition. I can work with them and their specialists in order to assist them with that. You're probably noticing that a lot of the modalities I use with people also are very non-invasive. So that is another great plus, especially if you're someone who may be working with addiction issues, substance abuse issues, that sort of thing. Other than that, I have worked with St. Francis in Reservoir Hill for about a decade now, so I'm really honored to be with you here today, help you out in any way I can. Looks like Cedar shared some of my websites and social media, so thank you very much for that. And just in case we have any questions about integrative health, hypnotherapy, or wellness, I just thought I'd let you know that integrative health, again, involves Eastern and Western health and wellness modalities. So the good thing about that is I work with a network and my personal family who practice either Western medicine with neurology, sleep medicine, nursing, or epidemiology, in addition to Eastern techniques such as Ayurveda, acupuncture, nutrition, that sort of thing. Wellness is a choice, a decision you make to move toward optimal health. It's the integration of body, mind, and spirit, the application that everything you do and think and feel and believe has an impact on your state of health and the health of the world. And some proof to that, which also inspired me along this path, was Viktor Frankl. He's a Holocaust survivor, and how he got through the Holocaust was through positive imagery. Once he got out of the Holocaust, he wrote his book about his experience and developed a psychology practice that people utilize to help themselves through, as with his case, sometimes very serious and troubling situations. And he became a world famous psychotherapist afterward and had his own thing. You can also even use hypnotherapy for PTSD with the military, which is something I'm looking into doing soon. So thank you again so much for your time. Namaste.
Thank you so much, William, with Swellness. Up next, we have a video from our friends, No Boundary Coalition. Unfortunately, they are doing, well, not unfortunately, but they're doing important work today. So they did provide a video, and Jean is going to play that for us now.
All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, so many things on my screen.
Hi, my name is Ashia Parker, and I'm the Executive Director of No Boundaries Coalition. We are a resident-led organization in Central West Baltimore. We serve 7 neighborhoods and are proud partners of St. Francis Center. I would like to introduce my staff as we talk about some of our programming.
Hello, my name is Nabia Aziz, and I am the Operations Manager at No Boundaries Coalition. I briefly just want to get into some of the ways we have been responding to the COVID-19 pandemic before our program directors talk about their work. So to respond to COVID-19, one of the first things that we did is that we had our Fresh at the Avenue Market convert to an online program, the Central West Baltimore Buying Club, in order to deliver fresh foods directly to our neighbors. Another thing is that our youth programming, as well as our regular monthly membership meetings, have converted to online. This has been pretty successful for us, and we have found that we've been having increased membership and attendance to our membership meetings, and it has created an opportunity for our youth to do some really creative things and create content. And lastly, we have been helping our partner, St. Francis Neighborhood Center. We have been distributing food and snack donations to them, and we have also made a donation to their computer program. We've noticed that there is a problem with the digital divide, and that is something that we are continuing to work on within our community. Thank you.
And I'm Ian Logan. I am the Director of Civic Culture and Youth Programs, specifically the Boundaries Youth Organizers, which, as Nabia said, has transitioned completely online. We actually have just started our summer program, which is available to youth Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. And we will actually be adding Thursdays, July 27th. So on the young people. But we also doing online civics as well. So student Saturdays are completely online, but we will be headed back out soon. So if anybody's interested in joining the committee, let me know. But that is some of our updates. Thanks.
And I am Sasha Jones. I'm the Director of Health and Food Justice here at No Boundaries Coalition. And I run our Health and Food Justice Initiative that centers around our produce market, Fresh at the Avenue, which has kind of been paused during the age of COVID-19 in lieu of the Central West Baltimore Buying Club. However, our mission is the same. Since 2016, we've been on a mission to improve the personal and community health of our neighborhood by providing dignified access to fresh, affordable produce, education, and meaningful employment and volunteer opportunities. And our model was really built on the premise that poor and working class families who experience food apartheid, like those in Central West Baltimore, do buy nutrient-dense, organic, minimally processed foods when they are available. In 2019, we launched our food operations management internship for youth aged 18 to 24 to learn employable food safety management, as well as operational skills that can either be used for entrepreneurship or to join the workforce. And so we are thankful for our partners at St. Francis Center, who have loaned us their awesome delivery driver, Mr. Dagon Hill, in supporting the Central West Baltimore Buying Club, and we look forward to continuing our partnership. Thank you.
All right, see you, St. Francis.
Bye. Bye.
Awesome. It's so awesome to see people present things and pivot, do it virtually this year. So I'm super excited. Up next, we have Kate Wolfson with the Center for Urban Families.
Hi, my name's Kate Wolfson. I work at Center for Urban Families, which is located not far from St. Francis on the corner of Monroe and Windsor. We started in 1999, and our mission is to strengthen urban communities by helping fathers and families achieve stability and economic success. And so we do that by focusing on two primary areas: chronic unemployment and family instability. All of our programs start at 18, and we help people from all different backgrounds. Over 50% of the people who come through our doors have some type of criminal background. Our doors are currently closed, and we're providing all of our programs virtually. So in our economic success department, we have the Strive program, which is a job training. It is 3 weeks long. We ask that people be available from 9 to 5, but you're really only going to be on Zoom from about 9 to 12. We just ask that you be available in the afternoon because you will be getting homework assignments and then also possibly group projects or one-on-one meetings with the trainers. It is 3 weeks. The goal is to prepare you for work. And so by the time you finish, you'll have a resume, you'll have interviewed with real employers during mock interviews. And then after 3 weeks, once you complete, we assist with job placement. And for all of our programs, you get case management. And I'll talk a little bit about that after. Right now, while the program is virtual, there are also monetary incentives, which we don't normally have in person. So I know my contact information is in the box, but I encourage you to contact us. Our next Strive class starts next Friday, August 7th, and it's not too late to enroll. You can enroll basically through next Thursday at noon. Then we have our fatherhood program, which is not because you're not a good dad, it's just because we can all be better at everything. So it's parenting skills, financial literacy, communication skills, co-parenting, child support assistance. And those classes are typically in the evenings, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 5:30 to 8:30. Those are also being offered on Zoom right now. But we also have an added bonus where if you're in the Strive program and you don't want to do it in the evenings, we've integrated it so you can do it in the afternoons from 2 to 3:30 while you're in Strive. And at the end of the 3 weeks, you'll graduate from both. The fatherhood program also offers monetary incentives. The next evening program starts this Monday, August 3rd. You can still enroll, but it's best if you do it by like Monday or Tuesday because we don't want you to miss any valuable information. The day fatherhood classes will start the following week in Strive. So if you're in Strive and you're interested in fatherhood, we can address that. All of our programs, as I said, offer case management. We started a new model called the All-In model in 2019. And the benefit of that is that you now get early case management in addition to case management during the programming, where we work on goals and barrier removal. And we offer case management for a minimum of 5 years, but really once you're a member for life. We also partner with Baltimore City Community College for free GED classes. Those next classes are also being offered on Zoom, and they start this coming Tuesday, but you can enroll all the way until August 13th. You do have to contact BCCC directly to enroll in those classes. They do the enrollment and the instruction, but we partner with them in that. And then once you graduate from Strive, we do offer free college classes with BCCC and free expungement and some other things that you can take advantage of as a graduate. So please contact us. Also, as a side note, we're also looking for volunteer tutors always. So contact me if you're interested in doing something like that. And I hope to hear from you. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Kate. Up next, we have Kate Jennings from the Reservoir Hill Improvement Council.
Hi, everybody. How are you today? I would like to, on behalf of the staff and board at Reservoir Hill Improvement Council, I would love to thank St. Francis and Bree and Jane for organizing such a great event today and serving Reservoir Hill. I'm sure everybody knows RHIC has been a community staple since 1985. I certainly cannot wrap up all of the things that we do or have done in this time, but I would love to share this short video, and thanks again for organizing. Bear with me for any technical difficulties. I'm not a genius. Fast as I can, promise. Sorry.
Hello, we are Reservoir Hill Improvement Council, or RHIC for short. Based in Reservoir Hill, Baltimore, we work to unite, empower, and mobilize our residents and community members towards revitalization for all and a holistic, sustainable approach to the neighborhood. In this presentation, I'd like to walk you through some key ways we achieve this vision. Let's start with Unite. Reservoir Hill has a long and diverse history. However, resident participation and involvement has been a constant through the years. We have mobilized geographical representatives across the neighborhood so that residents may easily voice their concerns or share their ideas and input. RHIC works as a connector, not only between residents through our monthly community meetings, but also in creating a network of partner organizations that help us enhance the vision of diversity, empowerment, sustainability, and revitalization within the neighborhood. Moving on to Empower. While RHIC has many roles within the neighborhood, I want to highlight our housing census and community wellness initiatives. Projects such as the revitalization of Callow Avenue, planting more than 550 trees, and partnering with stakeholders to implement a $34 million redesign in Reservoir Hill's very own Dorothy I. Heights Elementary School are a few examples of our portfolio. Empowerment in the case of RHIC can mean creating space for healthy living, securing homeownership, and creating roots within the neighborhood. RHIC can help you with homeownership, rent assistance, foreclosure, and more. We are proudly part of Healthy Neighborhoods, which allows Reservoir Hill to take advantage of their area-specific loans and financial assistance. In fact, our Friday newsletter highlights housing resources you can take advantage of, so I urge you to subscribe. Finally, but certainly not least, is Mobilize. RHIC is active in placemaking and community development projects, as well as advocating for public safety and beautification. On this slide, I have an assortment of 2020 projects. Here, you can see our current 2020 White Lock Art Crosswalk project that not only beautifies a busy node of our neighborhood, but also promotes pedestrian safety. On the right are 2 more current projects. Read all about our projects on our website, reservoirhill.net, or by connecting with us through email, social media, and our newsletters. So RHIC connects residents and organizations within Reservoir Hill to beyond. Our programs also opens up residents to opportunities and investments in housing, in redesigning their neighborhood spaces, greening, and more. We are action-focused and bring resident participation to the center of what we do. You may reach us at rhic@reservoirhillbaltimore.org for email, or subscribe to our communications on our website, reservoirhill.net. Click on Talk with Us. We hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you for being patient through the technical difficulties, and thanks again for having us.
Thank you so much, Kate and Reservoir Hill Improvement Council. Next, we have Sade Young with Grads to Careers.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Do I have access? It's not coming up. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you. My name is Sade Young, and I'm the Recruitment Associate for Grads to Careers. So a little background, in 2009, 26% of Baltimore City high school graduates became disconnected youth, meaning they did not enter the workforce, go to college, or start their career training in the fall after their graduation. The yearly income for these disconnected youth 6 years after high school was roughly $11,000, which is less than $1,000 a month. G2C was designed to change this and provide youth with living wage career opportunities directly out of high school. Our overall goal at Grads to Career is to establish a pathway for recent Baltimore City public high school graduates into well-paying, high-demand, and high-growth occupations. So who's eligible? Current Baltimore City public school students on track to graduate in 2020. Baltimore City residents aged 17 to 21 who have graduated from a Baltimore City public high school or received their GED. And all enrollees must be 18 years old by training program completion. How do you apply? So you go to BeMoreG2C.com and you click our Apply Now button. You see it as soon as you log in. This can be accessed from your phone or computer, and you should fill it out in its entirety. It's just asking like what school you went to, where do you live, and contact information. Step 2 is to take our entrance test. It's not pass or fail. It's just an assessment of your reading and math skills so we can properly place you in the correct program. And step 3 is picking a training program. We offer numerous training programs, and your interests along with your test scores will help determine the best program for you. We also offer academic support. So if you do take this test and you don't meet your desired score for your program, we offer academic remediation in reading and math to help you with that. We offer legal services, such as Know Your Rights group presentations and individual legal consultations. And we also have wellness services. We have an on-staff counselor, Jessica Mott, and she hosts group and individual wellness sessions on site at our different training programs. And they cover different topics like communication, coping skills for anger and conflict, and team building. So like I said, we offer a lot of different programs. The cool thing about Grads to Careers, we don't do any of the training ourselves. We connect you to existing training programs around the city. So some of our program, well, all of our programs are listed. We have a lab associate program with Biotechnical Institute of Maryland. We have construction by Youth Build, and that's through Civic Works. We have a land surveying program through Urban Alliance. We have a CNA-GNA program at BCCC and Bon Secours. We have a CNA-GNA and patient care tech program at CCBC. We have a medical front office and phlebotomy program at CCBC. Pharmacy tech at BCCC and CCBC. Hospitality and logistics and distribution with Maryland New Directions. And we have a desktop support and cybersecurity program coming soon. So just to recap, how much does G2C cost? It's totally free if you're a Baltimore City resident between the ages of 17 and 21, and you graduated from a Baltimore City public high school or have a GED. How do you apply for Grads to Careers? You go to www.bemoreG2C.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at BeMoreG2C. And what will happen after you apply? As soon as you complete the application, our participant support coordinator will reach out to you. His name is Greg Couturier, and he will follow up by email and text. So please respond to these messages, and he will set up testing for you and talk to you about your interests and next steps. So that concludes my presentation. I'll stay on for any questions, and let me go ahead and stop share. Thank you, guys.
Bree, I think you're muted.
Sorry. Okay. Next we have Jamie Clark with the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Jamie.
Thank you, Bree. Hello, everyone. My name is Jamie Clark. I'm the Senior Director of Programs at NAMI Metro Baltimore. NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. We're so glad to be here today, and I have an informational video that I would love to share with you all. And I'd love to connect later in this presentation if you have any questions about our free mental health services.
Thank you for taking a moment to listen and learn about NAMI Metro Baltimore and the free mental health resources we provide to our community. We are the Baltimore affiliate of the nation's largest grassroots mental health nonprofit and serve the 1 in 5 Baltimoreans with a mental health condition and their families so that they can lead their lives with dignity and the support that they need. We offer mental health support in many ways. If you call our helpline on weekdays from 9 to 5, a member of our team will be ready to help connect you to resources here in the community. We also provide educational presentations to workplaces, schools, and even faith leaders to end stigma around mental health. Our volunteers share their personal experiences so audience members can empathize and maybe someday even feel emboldened to share their own stories. Every February, we participate with NAMI Maryland at Advocacy Day in Annapolis to urge senators and local representatives to support policies that can help people impacted by mental illness. We also offer free weekly support groups so that people living with a mental health condition and their families can gain support from others with similar experiences. We use a peer-based model for all of our programs, and our peer-to-peer and family-to-family classes teach participants about coping mechanisms, problem-solving skills, and mindfulness techniques that will help them in their journeys towards recovery. Our classes are totally free and online too. Here at NAMI Metropolitan Baltimore, we believe that nobody should feel alone in their journey with a mental health condition. We're here in your corner. So what are you waiting for? You can connect with us and join our community by calling our helpline, emailing us, or by visiting our website at www.namibaltimore.org to register for an online support group. We look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you all so much. We know that this pandemic has not been easy for people's mental health and that it's exacerbated a lot of issues. We would love to connect you with resources, and we're here for you. Feel free to call our helpline at 410-435-2600. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jamie. Up next, we have April Patterson with Civic Works.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I am April Patterson, and I am the Community Outreach Coordinator at Civic Works. I just want to thank St. Francis and all the community partners here today for sharing all the great information that is needed to help folks in our community. So I just appreciate being a part of the group. Today, I'm going to talk to you about our energy programs and how folks in the Baltimore community can take advantage of our free services. We've been around over 25 years, and our basic mission at Civic Works is to strengthen Baltimore communities through skill development, education, as well as community service. I have a PowerPoint presentation as well, so I'm going to attempt to share my screen real quick. Alrighty. So basically, like I said before, I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about our energy programs. They basically consist of 3 steps. Step 1 is to get your quick installs through our Project Lightbulb program. Step 2 is to schedule a home energy audit for our weatherization program. And then step 3 would be to go solar through joining our solar co-op. So step 1 is our Project Lightbulb program, and this program is absolutely free. So you're able to get all of these energy saving products absolutely free, whether you are a renter or a homeowner. Also, your name does not have to be on the BGE bill in order to take advantage of these free services. We are part of a Maryland initiative to help folks become more energy efficient within their homes. And so we have been fortunate enough to offer these items for free. What you get is bathroom and kitchen sink aerators. These help to reduce water flow in your homes by about 30% so that less water is wasted. You get 12 to 14 LED light bulbs. These light bulbs are definitely low cost. If you live in a house, we are able to wrap your pipes in order to reduce your heat loss. And then we also give you new shower heads for all of your bathrooms, again, helping you to reduce your water waste and also helping you to save energy on your energy bills. Step 2 of the process is our home weatherization program. Now, this is done through a vetting process in which we actually determine whether you'd be able to get this for free. So it's based on income. And basically this slide shows you where most of the air leaks are in homes, anywhere from the chimney to dryer vents. And in order to address those air leaks, we do something called a blower door test. And we use this test to determine where the leaks are so that we can provide you with air sealing or insulation. Some of the benefits of weatherization are that it makes your house more comfortable so that it is cool in the summer and warm in the winter. It helps to eliminate any pollutants that might be in your home. If you all have ever seen a spider web in your home a time or two, well, spiders make their webs where bugs come in. So that might be someplace in your home where you might need air sealing. Of course, saving on your utility bill by 15 to 20% is always great. And it's always great as well to feel pride in your community by helping to save the environment. Also, step 3 is going solar. Basically, it's a real simple way to save energy. What happens is that the sunlight shines on the solar panels that are installed on your home. That sun's energy is converted through an inverter box to electricity, and then that electricity is used to power the appliances in your home. Now, in order to join our solar co-op, you do have to be a homeowner. And then the next step after joining the co-op, you'll get a free roof assessment and consultation.
So which do you prefer, John? Do you prefer brisket, pork?
And then that roof assessment and consultation is customized specifically for you. And then you have 45 days to decide whether you want to move forward with the process. And then permitting takes about 6 to 8 weeks, and then your solar panels are installed. The great thing about our weatherization, our install, and our solar programs is that the folks that do the work and services on your homes come through our job training and job placement program. So we promote a reinvestment model in that we are really supporting families through providing family sustaining careers. And our job training and job placement programs, the classroom portion for most of them are 5 to 6 weeks. And then there's an on-the-job training portion, which is actually a paid program. And then after they graduate, the average salary for graduates is anywhere between $16 and $17. So please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about our program. You can also go to our website and sign up directly through our website at energyprograms.civicworks.com, or you can email me at apatterson@civicworks.com. We're really encouraging folks to take advantage, especially of the quick installs, because it's a great way for you to save money on your energy bill, and as well as our weatherization program, which is basically based on income in terms of getting those services for free as well. I definitely will be here for questions if anyone has any, and I do appreciate your time and your attention this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, April. Up next, we have Rochelle Cades with the Pro Bono Counseling Project.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rochelle Cades, and I am a clinical associate with the Pro Bono Counseling Project. Thank you to Cedar, Bree, and everyone with the St. Francis Neighborhood Center for inviting us to participate in this resource fair and to share some information about our services. The Pro Bono Counseling Project is a statewide organization that connects Marylanders with limited resources, including people who are uninsured or underinsured, to free or low-cost mental health counseling services. Anyone who is interested in getting connected to therapy can give us a call at 410-825-1001 to schedule a 15-minute phone conversation. During that conversation, we will ask about what's prompting you to seek counseling at this time, and we'll get some other background information that will help us to figure out the best resources to connect you with moving forward. We know that it is not always easy to recognize when some extra support might be needed or to reach out for that support. When someone does take that brave and often difficult step, our goal is to help make sure that cost and issues with insurance do not get in the way of accessing services. Feel free to reach out and give us a call if you're interested in individual, couples, or family counseling. We work with a network of over 800 volunteer therapists covering a range of specialties. However, it is possible that at the time you contact us, we may not have a therapist available who specializes in the specific need you are experiencing. If this is the case, we will connect you to other free or low-cost resources near you. I also want to mention another program we are temporarily offering to Marylanders in partnership with United Way's 211, which is the Pro Bono Counseling Project Warm Line. Anyone who is feeling anxious, depressed, or who just needs someone to talk with due to the current pandemic can call to speak with someone who is available to listen and to help folks get connected to additional resources. You can call 211 and ask to speak with the Warm Line specialist, or you can call directly at 443-608-9182, Monday through Friday during regular business hours. We do have bilingual staff, and some of our volunteer therapists are bilingual as well. And for all of the services that we offer, we have interpreter services available. To learn more or to get connected to counseling resources, give us a call at 410-825-1001 or visit our website at probonocounseling.org. Thank you, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rochelle. Up next, we have our very own Emily Mayock with the St. Francis Neighborhood Center.
Hey everyone, how are you doing? Woo! Sorry. I'm glad you're all here today. I'm going to also share a PowerPoint. I'm going to try to make it quick. Most of you that have been here, you know us. If you don't know us, get to know us. Let me share my screen. All right, share. Let me know if you can see it. All right. So welcome guys to our 15th annual resource fair. Just some of what I'm going to show you, and I'm starting at the end apparently. We are in Reservoir Hill, Whitelock, and Linden. Our mission statement is to end generational poverty through education, inspiring self, and community support. Each of you are here to help connect us and to make things a little bit better and brighter during this time right now. We were established in 1963, and currently we are working on we're renovating our center right now. So we're hoping to be able to expand. And when we do, we'll have all different types of programs. These are some of the programs that we have right now: education, mentoring, arts, enrichment, workforce development. We try to be family oriented, and we provide human services. There are a few programs that we're able to do still since during this pandemic, and one of those is our youth programs. All of our programs are free to community members as well, youth, parents. So this is our Power Project, and we're in the middle of our Summer of Service Learning excursion as well. And we do one-on-one tutoring, field trips, which right now we're trying to create, eliminate summer learning loss. And it's for kindergarten through 8th graders. It's happening now. We're gonna have another session that starts next week. So if you're interested, let us know, reach out. Cedar will put our information in the chat. We also have a high school internship program and youth works program. And our youth workers are with us until August 13th right now. And this internship experience provides students with strategies to enter and excel in the workforce and the education system. Gives them an opportunity to explore career interests while applying the knowledge that they learn in the classroom into the work setting, into different jobs in the nonprofit. So some of the vendors that are also here, I want to connect with you so that we can push some of our high schoolers out and provide the best resources for them. We also do community support services, community cleanups. This festival, we do stoop nights, we have yoga, health, nutrition classes. We're gonna have a nice new computer lab once we get open, financial courses. Right now, it's harder to do a lot of these, as I'm sure a lot of you are struggling with doing things. So we are still doing community cleanups. Keep an eye out for that. I'll give you our volunteer coordinators, Miss Dorleen, her contact information if you're interested. Also, our grocery program that was weekly has turned into more of food supplies and distribution during this pandemic. So we are a hub for that. And Mr. Torben, he's out there right now distributing some supplies. And then since we've created an emergency fund, here's just some statistics about the people that we've been able to help. Over 5,000 people and families, 30,000 pounds of food. And we're really here to help support you. So if anyone does need any assistance, I'll give you my contact information, as well as everyone else's out here. And once this is just a snapshot of our new center once we get it. When the building is complete, we'll have 3 times the space for programming. We were starting to get cramped. Our AmeriCorps Vista Cedar, who has reached out to a lot of you, has put together a survey which we'll distribute to gain your input on what is needed and wanted in the community. So stay connected with us. I'm trying to make it short. Join our newsletter, stay informed, join us on social media. I'll send all those links, or Cedar, myself or Cedar will send those links in the chat. Thanks guys for being here today with us, and try to get something to eat, stay cool. That's it.
Thank you, Emily. We just started with all of that. But next we have Michelle Herring. She's actually wearing 2 hats today. She's going to be presenting for community mediation and Baltimore Ceasefire.
Hello, thank you everybody. Thank you for having us here today to present, and I am going to be representing two entities today, and I do have a PowerPoint presentation, so I will attempt to share my screen at this time. That's how it works. Oh. Okay. I'm assuming everyone can hear me. And all right, so first off, I am going to talk about the Baltimore Community Mediation Center. We have been around since 1998 on the corner of Greenmount and Venable, providing free conflict resolution services to Baltimore City residents. And I am your presenter, Michelle Herring, and my official title there is the Police and Resident Coordinator. So a lot of people ask us what mediation is. Basically, it is an informal process done in a neutral private setting with two professionally trained volunteer mediators. And remember the volunteer part because I'm going to come back to that. They'll listen to you as you explain the issues of conflict, ask questions. They'll do some reflective listening. They provide a process to help guide you through developing your own solutions, and they'll assist you in writing up an agreement that works for everyone involved. So our mediation process, we use the big three. So we offer mediation that's neutral, confidential, and voluntary. So one of the things is we have partner organizations throughout the city where we provide the mediation services, and what's said at the table is considered confidential. So the mediators are not allowed to share anything outside of the mediation organization with anyone except for incidents of child abuse, abuse of vulnerable adults, or credible threats to do bodily harm. Those things can be shared outside of mediation. Individuals who come to mediation can share anything they like unless they agree otherwise in writing, but we can't share anything in any type of judicial, administrative, or other hearing. Those things cannot be shared in court. Mediation is also voluntary, so participants can end the mediation at any time. There's no type of punitive thing that happens, and you don't have to be forced to agree to anything, or the mediators aren't going to take sides in that mediation or force you to anything that you don't want to agree to. So that's also the voluntary piece. So we offer different types of mediation. So we have a partnership with the state's attorney's office where when people bring criminal charges against each other for misdemeanors, they can agree to drop the charges at the table. Other instances where police have been called, we have a police complaint mediation program. So residents in Baltimore City or even other officers that have complaints against police officers, some of those complaints are eligible for mediation. And we also do reentry mediation where individuals on the outside are able to go into the prisons and mediate with incarcerated individuals and make plans about them coming home. We have research that shows that it reduces recidivism substantially when people are able to access the reentry mediation program. We have general community mediation. I'm not going to read the list, but just know that if you want to make a plan about something or if you have a dispute, we will mediate it as long as it's not in a case of current domestic abuse. For obvious reasons, we would not do that. We don't want to jeopardize the safety of the participants, and we don't want to jeopardize the safety of the mediators. We are also in the schools. We'll mediate with teachers and students. We'll mediate students who have conflicts with each other. We also offer IEP facilitation, where our trained mediators go into the actual IEP meeting and we'll make sure that everyone at the table feels heard and understood, which is the overall job of our mediators. Other than providing the process for people to come up with their own solutions, they make sure that everyone at the table feels heard and understood. So as I stated before about volunteers, they are the backbone of our organization. We are a volunteer-led organization. So our mediators are volunteers. We also use AmeriCorps for our programming. Our volunteers can participate in many different ways. They can be mediators. They can do general volunteering. We have a volunteer track. So once you go to the website and become a volunteer, in order to become a volunteer, you download and complete the volunteer application, email it to us, schedule and complete an in-person interview. And if you're accepted, you'll talk to our volunteer coordinator to determine when you want to start, areas of interest, and also you'll be able to start your volunteer track. So you have to put in volunteer hours in general volunteering in order to be invited to participate in the basic mediation training if that's something that you're interested in. And then you'll apprentice and then you'll become a mediator. So our partners are important as well. As I stated before, we use different sites around the city to provide the mediation services to our residents. So partnering can look many different ways. As I stated, there's sites where mediations can happen. They also send us referrals for mediations. We offer presentations and trainings to different sites, and it can look like anything you want it to look like. So please, if you do have a site and are interested in reaching out to us about being partners, that is absolutely something that we would like to have happen. And we are still doing mediations during COVID. We've moved everything to virtual, and we're also doing trainings. So if you want to connect with Baltimore Community Mediation Center, feel free to reach out to us at any of these places listed on this slide, and we will gladly assist you in anything that you need. So now I'm going to switch hats and put on my Baltimore Ceasefire hat. And I'll be presenting with Michelle Schellers, one of the co-organizers of Baltimore Ceasefire 365, which is not an organization, but a movement. In May 2017, Baltimore City residents officially called a ceasefire. But prior to that, Ogun Gordy and Erica Bridgeford talked about having a ceasefire in our city because the murder rate was getting out of control. So Erica started talking to her son a few years after that, and she was upset about the rate at which we were losing residents in Baltimore City. And so she was like, somebody needs to do something about this. So then she realized that somebody was her. So she called folks together on May 9th, 2017, and that's when people got together and decided to create the Baltimore Ceasefire and the Baltimore Peace Challenge. This is a twofold movement. So the Baltimore Ceasefire portion is where we are asking residents in Baltimore to be nonviolent for at least 72 hours. And the Baltimore Peace Challenge part is where we are asking everyone in Baltimore City, including people who aren't necessarily going to go out and commit violent acts, to be intentionally more peaceful in thoughts and actions. So the movement belongs to Baltimore. There are 6 co-organizers, of which I am one of, where we make high-level decisions on the direction of the movement. But overall, everyone in Baltimore City owns the Baltimore Ceasefire movement. So here you can see pictures of individuals, holding up the posters and going out and putting posters up. And then we had some billboards last August to promote the ceasefire. So our top 5 goals are to affirm life, support community, foster peace, reduce violence, and restore hope. But our overall mission goal is for everyone in the city to commit to 0 murders. So I've skipped one of them. Oh, okay. So we do this by, we have merchandise that we sell on our website to support outreach. So during outreach, we go and we put up posters to let folks know that the ceasefire is coming. And we also do outreach by connecting with neighbors. So folks come to the mediation center and pick up flyers and posters, and go hand in hand and pass out flyers. And while we're passing out the flyers, we're talking to our neighbors and finding out what resources they may need access to. So it's a time where we can just connect with people in our city. Sometimes people, never have anyone ask them if they need anything or if they're good. So this is a chance for folks to just connect as community and neighbors. And as you can see on the left, we have our 3rd year anniversary of the ceasefire coming up next weekend. It starts on Friday and it ends on Sunday. And no matter what happens during the weekend, the ceasefire is still going on. So one of the things in outreach, we tell 3 people to tell 3 people. We're trying to get the word out as much as possible. There are over 600,000 people in Baltimore City, and we know it's really difficult to get the word out about things. So we just tell people to tell everyone they know that it's going to be a ceasefire weekend. And hopefully, eventually, we don't have to tell people because they'll know automatically that the ceasefire weekend is coming up. So during the ceasefire weekend, not only do we ask people to be more peaceful, but we ask residents to plan life-affirming events. We want the energy in the city to feel a lot different than it normally does. So, we have a calendar on our website where folks can go to our website if they plan an event that weekend, and they can fill out a Google form, and then we put it on our official ceasefire calendar. And people just go there and look for fun things to do over the weekend. People can plan things as big or as small as they want, as long as it's something fun, something life-affirming. So if what's life-affirming for you is just sitting in the house, having dinner with your family, then that's your life-affirming event for ceasefire weekend. We've had people plan huge events, resource fairs, bake-offs, and because we are in the pandemic right now, things are looking a little different since May. The May ceasefire. So we took everything virtual in May, but coming in August for the 3rd year anniversary, we're going to have a combination of virtual events and in-person events with social distancing. We are not naive, so we know that we may lose people during ceasefire weekends. And during that time, we have sacred space rituals. Well, the sacred space rituals don't only happen during ceasefire weekend, but whenever we lose a resident to violence in our city. So we ask that people come out and pour love and light into that space, because we don't want murder to be the last thing that's in that space, in that neighborhood. So people do staging rituals, they burn frankincense, they sing songs, anything that pours light into that space and remembers the life of that individual that we lost to violence in that space. And those happen throughout the year, but they tend to be even larger during ceasefire weekends because more people are paying attention and, hoping that we don't lose anybody during specifically those ceasefire weekends. We also are in Baltimore City Public Schools. So we have what we call ceasefire schools, where certain schools have taken a commitment to go above and beyond. And they have their own outreach in their schools' communities. They plan ceasefire events during ceasefire weekends, and they have included the ceasefire in their curriculum. So we go in and we train them to be ceasefire ambassadors. We have ceasefire ambassadors outside of the schools, but these specific ones take students, parents, and staff members in those schools, and we train them to go out and speak on behalf of the movement in their communities. So we are run, basically the movement is run by donations. So not only do people buy the t-shirts and the merchandise, but they just donate. So when people donate to the movement, they help to provide outreach materials. During the weekends that we lose people to violence, we support those families who've lost loved ones by providing them financial love offerings given to us by residents in Baltimore City and beyond. And we also provide training where we talk to people about conflict in the city. And we expand Baltimore's ability to address and heal the root causes and impacts of violence, because we recognize that violence is a public health epidemic. So we'll continue to call ceasefire weekends until we don't have to. And once we have eradicated violence and murder in our city, then ceasefire weekends will not only be remembering those we've lost, but they'll just be celebration weekends, like a holiday in Baltimore City. So, we want to continue to build a better Baltimore, and we would love to have your support during these weekends and beyond the weekends. So you can get up with us on our website. You can find out everything you want to know about the movement. You can email us. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We're barely on Twitter. And the hashtags on this slide are the ones that we use for the movement. So if you want to search photos and things or social media posts about the movement, you can search these posts. And if you are taking photos and making posts about the movement, feel free to use these posts. And I thank you for your time today. And I will end my screen share.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Our last presenter today is Jonathan Moore with Rowdy Orbit.
Thank you so much. Thank y'all for having me on the call. And it's really great learning about a lot of organizations that I definitely want to be able to reach out to, because one thing that we focus on is making sure that we supply wraparound service to individuals that we employ, but also as we reach out to the community. I'm the founder and CEO of a for-profit company by the name of Rowdy Orbit. And what we focus on is digital transformation in underserved communities to really drive workforce and economic development in hopes of spurring community revitalization from the ground up. And the way that we look at digital transformation in underserved communities is in 3 areas right now over the next 18 months. High speed, affordable internet connectivity, putting up Wi-Fi hotspots, and then being able to connect to homes here in Sandtown, Winchester, as well as Cherry Hill, with the goal to be in 6 to 8 more communities before February. Number 2 is really starting to measure clean air, clean water, and heat index in the communities that we serve where we have a footprint. And we're going to be working with the University of Delaware to start measuring heat indexes here in Sandtown, Winchester, as well as Cherry Hill. Number 3 is this where we partner with St. Francis Center to take some of their youth and really begin to transition them for the next half of their life to begin their professional career, where they focus on taking the local waste that's found in 21217, but sending it to a processor, having that processor turn them into material for 3D printing, and then creating everyday usable products. So that way, instead of them going out and getting a job and filling a job application, they'll learn how to do this and be able to manufacture their own opportunities. So the beauty about this is that our focus is really on, over the next 5 to 7 years within each vertical, how do we turn these into work-owned cooperatives? So our goal is to put ourselves out of business and not stay there forever. So that way, when we start to look at the flow of economics in the communities, we know that by having infrastructure in place, and when the community takes care of it, how do we extend that economic footprint at least 3 to 4 more touch points? So that way we can talk about true community revitalization, but also you can work where you live and making a great salary. For example, making a great salary right now, we're paying people working with us doing installation for community Wi-Fi at $17.50 an hour. And so our goal is to partner with community-based organizations as we employ and onboard individuals from the community as to how do we provide that wraparound service. And we look at the asset, not only being the community, but the people. And so making sure that they're good and making sure that they're together and they're whole. So now when they go into their community, not only are they subject matter experts in a vertical, but they can help spread the word of mouth, because if other people have seen them do it, they can create a different pathway. And so you can reach out to me via email. LinkedIn is where we're really heavy, as well as on Twitter, and Twitter's at Rowdy Orbit. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jonathan. So that is the end of our presentations. St. Francis Neighborhood Center's Executive Director, Christy Green, is going to speak briefly, and then we can get into the questions.
Hello, hi, I'm Christy Green. I'm the Executive Director of St. Francis Neighborhood Center. Thank you all for being here. This is awesome. I love having everybody together. And I'm going to tell staff right now, if you don't have your video on, turn it on, because I'm going to have you wave in just a minute when I call your name so you can all recognize our growing staff, and if we're out and about in the community, we can connect. So I also want to say hi to everybody watching on Facebook and YouTube right now, because we do have some people on there, and that's pretty awesome. And of course, it's a weird year, right? Like us, all of our partners had to pivot. And not only do we already work hard, but I feel like we're working a lot harder. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how we could work harder than we were, but we are. So thank you to all of the partners, those of you who spoke, and there's some on here that are partners with us that didn't speak today, that I really appreciate you guys so much. One thing we found with COVID is we've found that we need our partners even more than ever, and that everybody has just really dropped everything and worked hard to make sure that our communities are doing well. So somebody needs to mute real quick. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. So I want to thank the chairs of the event, Bree and Cedar, and wave, please, yay, and all the committee, and then which includes Jane and Torben, who's also my husband, who's also the operations and program director, who's on here somewhere. So hi, Everell Watson Hodge, who's our parent liaison coordinator. Emily Mayock is on here, Lauren Rubin, make sure you're waving, say hi. Dorleen Ricks, if you want to volunteer, Lucy Kaiser, Simone Sanders, Jessica Childress, Jermaine Battle, Davon Hill, Valerie Harrington, Arlene Wilson, Reagan Simon, DJ TNT, who's our DJ and teacher. He's awesome. And we have, I don't think we have any youth workers on right now, but a former intern's on here, Isaiah, who also works for Rowdy now, which is awesome. But we have our youth workers this summer, and we do have some board members that have jumped on as well, including our board president, Kevin Apperson, Megan LaRoxon, Heejin Rue, Tamira Lucas, and Robin Kemp. Just want to thank all of you. I honestly feel like we've just all kicked butt, community partners, everyone together. We couldn't have been doing and pivoting our services the way we have to online, just like all of you had to, as well as still trying to distribute, make sure there's food in the community, and that our programs continue, because they're more important than ever. So you guys are awesome. So that was just my piece, was just to thank you, and let's keep working together. And thanks for all the community members and parents who are also on here as well. I've seen you all, and that is awesome. And I know we're all, as community members, trying to figure out how to fundraise, how to move forward, how to get the kids school supplies, how to do all these different things. So we'll support one another as we go through that together and figure this out. So I am now going to turn it back over to Bree and Cedar, because it is Q&A time. I think we have about 15 minutes left. And I also just would say, everybody take a nice big deep breath, because we've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes, right? We haven't really gotten up and moved. So deep breath, and yay. And Lucy's on the committee. I think, Lucy, raise your hand. Are you speaking at all, Lucy, or are you staying quiet? Okay. We love Lucy. We love our staff. We have great staff. So anyway, it's Q&A time. And so Bree and Cedar, take it.
So anyone that has any questions for any of the presenters, please submit them in the chat box. Cedar will be fielding them and announcing those. So anyone, any questions, please?
And also, if you particularly feel a need to ask a question with your own voice, if you don't know, you can go down to the bottom, click participants, and then right about in the middle of the chat box that comes up, there's an option to raise hand. And I will go through every minute or so and see if there's anybody with their hand raised. But yes, just go ahead and start dropping questions for any of our presenters, anybody at St. Francis neighborhood, in the chat box. So we'll just wait for a second to get back on there, or to let people type things in for a second.
While we're waiting for any questions, I see Torben is down here in the corner. Do you want to update us on any numbers or distribution today, because this festival was hybrid, and Torben was actually at St. Francis and was distributing food today.
Yeah, basically, we gave out about, I'd say about 100 bags of groceries, and each bag got another bag of PPEs, which was gloves, masks, and if you were old enough, I only gave the elderly the pulse oximeters for them to use to gauge their oxygen levels to make sure that there isn't like COVID, in their system. So we had a successful day here. Things finally winded down. I was able to listen to some of the presenters, and I just want to thank everybody for getting on and doing this unusual way of doing a festival, and just keep up the good work, and just make sure when we get out of this situation that we all can come together and celebrate life.
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Torben. I don't see any questions coming.
I have one. Can I ask one? And I think you said this, but for Baltimore ceasefire. So we have one next weekend. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Sorry. And for us that know about it and we tell people, is there anything else we can do to support you on for next weekend?
Just participate in some of the events. Be as peaceful and intentional as possible, and just tell as many people as you can. And if you want to have an event that you want to invite people to, go on the website and fill out the form so they can be added to our calendar. But just promote it and enjoy it.
Okay. While we are waiting as well, I'm just going to let everyone know. First of all, I know I sound like a broken record to some of our partners, but we all appreciate your participation and patience so much, and everyone who has logged on obviously would not be an event without both our partners and our residents. So thank you so much for coming to this, our annual event that we weren't, this a new format. I'm going to be dropping a feedback survey into the chat box. I'll also email it out if need be. And it's just real short, a few questions about how this went and what kind of resources you're most interested in and what you think you might pursue. Yes, we have a question from Suzanne. Will ceasefire posters be available for next weekend?
So we didn't get them printed because we don't want to encourage people to go around the city and engage with people at this time. So we have the virtual poster and flyer. If you go on the website, then that's available there, and you can just snatch it from there, or you can go onto our social media and snatch it from there. And we're encouraging people also to change their profile pictures to the ceasefire August poster. And there's also if you don't want to change your whole profile picture, there's also a frame that you can use that one of the community members has created. So we're doing everything as far as posters and flyers. We're doing it virtual this year. Until we can get back out into the public.
Cool. Well, I guess everyone gave very sufficiently thorough presentations, which was excellent. But yeah, you have websites that we dropped in the comments and are on the website, the ResFest website, that you can go and hit up your favorite and get more information that way. But yes, please do stick around and go back to www.stfranciscenter.org/ResFest and have a look at some of the resources that are available to speak today. There's Wilson.
Yes. I have a question for G2C. Upon selection of your courses, can you cater or tailor the schedule to an individual's schedule, or is it a set schedule?
That's a great question. It's a set schedule, and that's why on the front end you'll work with a participant coordinator, and he'll talk to you about if the program is offered at a different site that's closer and convenient, or if the set schedule at a certain site works with you more. But they're usually set for the year, so we can tell you like this is their spring schedule and fall schedule.
Thank you. Awesome program, by the way. Sounds
Thank
like
you.
a great program.
Oh, and I've got Emily from our youth and intern coordinator here. If anyone wants to come present to our high school students about what your organization does, shoot her an email, and I'll go ahead and send that out in our follow-up emails with our presenters.
I would love to present, Emily, so I'll keep an eye out for that.
Love it. Thanks.
All right, well, we are close to ending time, have about 7 minutes now. I just want to quickly thank all of our presenters for presenting today, and then everyone for taking some time out of your weekend to spend it with us. I know it is a little different, but I'm so excited to still be able to see everyone's faces and still be able to connect. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh, there's a question. One more question.
What have we got? Oh, question for Civic Works. Do you have information renters can give to landlords in case they are against making changes? That's a good one.
Yes, we have the marketing material that talks a little bit about, how much energy that you would save if you did certain energy upgrades to your homes. The landlord approval form is like 2 lines, and you only need your landlord's approval if you are getting weatherization done. You don't need your landlord's approval to get the quick installs like the bathroom and kitchen sink aerators and the shower heads and the light bulbs. But if you are getting the weatherization done, you do need to get your landlord's approval. But I mean, you can just sign up for a free energy audit to just see what you might need in terms of upgrading your home, and that's completely free. And then you could take that energy audit report to your landlord and show him or her, what things need to be done in the home to make it more energy efficient. But to get the quick installs, you don't need your landlord's approval if you're a renter.
Just got a message. I sent it to Cedar. The feedback form says we need permission, so you have to open up a permission on that.
Let me see. All right. I'll just work on that for a second, and then I'll let you know whenever it's done. Don't wait on me. There we go. That should do it. All right. All right, there we go. Give that another shot. Okay. Oops. All right, thank you again for everybody for coming. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop the link to our website with additional resources onto it, so you can just click on that and away you go. There you go.
Can I ask one more question? Just to Urban, is that
Yes,
Urban? I just wanted to know, are there any programs offered to where you can assist people with canceling debt owed to IRS? I know there are a lot of programs that you can maybe be qualified for? Do you offer any of those services?
We don't have any services that are specific to that, no.
Okay, I thought it was somebody else. I can't find her.
Wonder if
Cash.
Cash campaign. That's
Cash
what it is.
campaign, maybe?
Cash campaign. Yes, yes.
Oh, you're on mute, Veronica.
What is the question again? I'm sorry.
Do you offer any type of services that can assist people to cancel debt to IRS? I know there are some things that IRS do offer, but there's a whole lot of things you have to go to see it through to see if you're qualified for it.
Unfortunately, we do not. We do not represent clients before the IRS because we are just on the tax preparation end. For once you get into that part of having to negotiate, that's what we call a tax controversy. So any tax controversies, we normally refer clients to Maryland Volunteer Lawyer Services because they actually have folks who are trained tax attorneys, because at that point, that's what you need as a trained tax attorney to review your information, your case, and help best strategize what direction you can take, and they can actually represent you before the IRS.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
All right, back to Bree.
All right, everyone. If this has concluded our virtual Reservoir Hill Festival. Staff, if you want to stay on and catch up, presenters, if you have any questions for me. But thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Next year we'll be in person, guys. It'll be
I hope
really
so.
great.
Thanks everyone for
Have a good one.